All right, we are live. Thanks so much for taking out some time to chat with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All
Appreciate it.
right, I appreciate it. So let's jump right in. I guess tell us about your role with the Tampa Bay Comic Convention.
I love it, Mike. Thanks so much for asking me that. I am part of the marketing team, but I'm also head of business development now. Along with that, I'm also a spokesperson. You know, a lot of us wear a ton of different hats, but more than anything, I love to go ahead and just tell the audience and everybody that's fans of events like this, like what we have to offer and why they should come to the event.
Sure. Oh, I love it, man. And I'll tell you, I've been to this convention many times, and it's always a highlight for me every year. So,
Really, Mike, what do you like about it, man?
well, you know what it is. I was going to get to that in one of my first in one of my other questions, but I love that you guys. It's not just about meeting celebrities. You guys also have so many other activities and experiences for the fans to really get to enjoy this weekend. So it's really something to look forward to.
Exactly, exactly. We love to go ahead and bring a lot of different things, right? Like you've heard us talk about this before. It's a family-friendly event. We have something for everybody. You'll see it from our guest list to the features that we bring out. You know, it's something that everybody can enjoy.
Oh, I love it, man.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, the Tampa Bay Comic Convention takes place on July 28th to the 30th this year at the Tampa Bay Convention Center.
Mhm.
Let's first talk about the first round of celebrity guest attendees that you guys got coming.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready for this? Like I said it before, like I'm gonna start off with this because it's like one of the newer ones that are on my radar. Bring your family. When I say bring your family, bring your auntie, bring your grandma, bring your great grandma. Because look, check this out. We have something for everybody, and this is no lie. Back in the day, Mike, you remember there was a hit TV show. I mean, it had the biggest audience, especially during their farewell episode. I'm talking about the hit series MASH. MASH back in the day was the hottest thing ever. From that old school jam, from that old school, like amazing show, we have Jamie Farr and we have Loretta Swit. They're both coming in. They're awesome. They've been at our other shows before. They are incredible. And this is your chance to check them out. You mentioned it before. People can get photo ops with these celebrities. They can also get autographs, or, you know, for the price of admission, they can see them live in a panel like never before. Right. So that's pretty cool.
I love it, man.
Yep. On top of that, I can't stop there. From the world of voice acting, we have, you know what? We always have video gamer fans that, you know, that are super into that type of fandom. They go ahead and message us. They say, hey, bring some more voice actors from our realm. We're not going to disappoint. From the hit series Halo, from that franchise, we have Master Chief himself, Steve Downs. He'll be there at Tampa Bay Comic Convention this year. And what's Master Chief without Cortana? We have the voice of Cortana, Jen Taylor. She's also going to be there in the house. It's going to be super awesome. And it blows your mind, especially when you hear voice actors, because you recognize the voice, but if you don't know the faces, it's like you're trying to put them two together with their characters, you know? So that's pretty much a blast. But we're not going to go ahead and stop there. If you want to hear the full list, Mike, we
Hell
got
yeah.
Jeremy Shada. Adventure Time fans, woo, rejoice, because this is going to be awesome. Jeremy Shada, he voices Finn, Adventure Time. You need to come check him out. And he's also on Julie and the Phantoms. He was also on Batman. I got my cheat sheet right here. The Brave and the Bold. He was also on Voltron. I mean, this guy does everything. So you need to go ahead and check him out. And it just doesn't stop there. The one and only Jim Cummings, awesome voice actor, Winnie the Pooh, Darkwing Duck, and his resume goes on and on. You need to check out Jim Cummings because it is amazing. He puts it, first of all, he puts on a show. Second of all, to hear Winnie the Pooh in person and be able to meet the voice of Winnie the Pooh, it'll blow your mind. And if you want to be like a parent that totally knocks it out of the park, you need to come to the show. You need to have your kids meet these voice actors because it's something that you'll never, like, you know, that you've never experienced before if this is your first time. Again, hopping back to the voice of actors physically present on camera, we got Pauly Shore, mastermind comedian, also from Encino, man, a blast from the past to a lot of people. Pauly Shore is going to be there at the show. He is a riot, and you need to check him out. And it doesn't stop there. Giancarlo Esposito. That's right. Breaking Bad, Giancarlo Esposito. Mandalorian, Giancarlo Esposito. He's going to be in the house, and this is just the start. Mike, you mentioned our show happens in late July. This is the start of the guest list. It's going to keep going. People need to get tickets now.
Oh man, that's amazing. I got to tell you, I have met Jim Cummings before, and he's always a pleasure to meet. The guy's amazing.
He's super
Super
nice,
nice.
right? Like you can have a short combo with him while you're getting your stuff, and he's awesome to be around, and his panels are a hoot.
And what's cool is that also a Jen Taylor also voices Princess Peach and Toad from Super Mario, which is
And
rad.
Toadette, yep,
And
you're
Toadette,
right.
you're right. Yeah.
She's got a long list of things too. So that's the other thing. It's like when you come and meet, especially a voice actor, you're not just meeting one character, you're meeting multiples, right? Just like these other actors, you know, when you meet Giancarlo Esposito, he's got a huge smile on his face. He'll bring you in, but you're like, no, you're from Breaking Bad. You're like the bad guy. Like you are me. And it's
Moff
just
Gideon. He's a bad
exactly.
guy.
Exactly. So it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. And
It's
it's an
amazing.
experience that we don't get a lot of times in our lives, you know. So if you want to come through, especially if it's your first time, get your tickets now. What are you waiting for?
All right. So, what would you say is the process for getting celebrity talent to attend one of your shows?
You know what? One of the biggest parts of the process is having amazing fans. And the Tampa Bay community just keeps coming out in droves. They keep, we can't do this without the love and support of our local community, first and foremost, right? So we are so appreciative of them, which is why we keep trying to get A-list actors to come out, which is why we try to get top comic creators, top authors to come to the show and bring in those other features and experiences you mentioned. A lot of them that are just that you can experience with just the price of admission, and that's why we go ahead and do this. That's why we're able to get the list that we currently have and a lot of other surprises soon to come. It's because of the love and support for the Tampa Bay community. So come geek out, nerd out with us, go ahead and celebrate everything comic and pop culture, and then you could see this awesome guest list, which is going to grow and it's going to surprise you because that's just the way we do
I love it, man. That's great. So,
it.
putting on a comic convention, is it takes a lot. What would you say is like the most challenging aspect for you working on
For me, it's usually the Starbucks orders at the office. No, just joking.
it? I
You know
love
what?
it.
It's here's the beauty, here's the pro and con to everything. There's so many things for people to see and do and experience, and there's so many things for people to see and do and experience, right? Like you can imagine the logistics. Mike, you've been there, you've experienced panel rooms and probably experiences and features and photo op areas and cosplay contests and all these other things. And it's like each one of those segments into other forms of logistics, the planning, the load-in, the loadout, who's in charge of it, who's judging the contest, who's going to give the prizes, and all these other things. Like we're super fortunate for our cosplay contest. We have a new sponsor coming in called Ultimate Wireless. Damon Davis, he's hooking it up. People are able to win Nintendo Switches, like
Whoa.
electronic watches, drones. I mean, it's going to be a contest like no other, right? So cosplayers, you need to go ahead and sign up before it's too late. So all of these things just keep branching out, but we do it because we love the community so much. We love the people that come to celebrate all things comic and pop culture. And so that's why we're having 16-hour days months before the show.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Yeah.
It's all worth
And
it, though.
exactly, Mike, how many times have you know this more than anybody? These shows and these actors, these characters mean so much to some people, right? I could look at it and be like, oh, just it's Winnie the Pooh, whatever. But to a kid whose eyes light up, or to some of us that grew up with that character, meeting Winnie the Pooh in person, or, it's just like you never thought you'd be able to have that chance and opportunity. So that's why we do it, right? To go ahead and create those magic moments for people to come through.
That's awesome, man. So, who would you say are some of your people on your all-time guest wish list? Anyone,
Woo!
anyone jump out that you could
You
tell
know,
me?
you know what? In the past, this was the thing. So in a previous career, I was a professional dancer for the film and TV industry. Okay, because I grew up loving music, loving to break dance, and all these other things. If you remember, sorry, hey, don't hate on me in the comments. If you remember the boy band era, like it was just like the peak, right? You had Britney Spears, you had Christina Aguilera, you had NSYNC, you had 90 degrees or 98 degrees. I don't know how hot they were. You had Backstreet Boys and all this stuff. Like one of the past years, we had Joey Fatone at the show. I'm not kidding you. Back in the day, he was untouchable. You couldn't fathom getting front row seats to one of his concerts with NSYNC, let alone a meet and greet, right? And all of a sudden, being part of the event, I'm shooting video of him, inviting fans to come and check him out and get signatures and dance, while music's playing at his booth. And I'm like, what is this world, So like to me, it's like celebrities and actors and comic artists like that. Sometimes we have authors and comic artists that you never thought you'd be able to touch or feel or like just be there in the presence of. So to me, like, honestly, it's anybody that I thought was unattainable. Like Giancarlo Esposito, when was I going to be next to or get a picture, an autograph from somebody, that caliber, or been on shows like that with that popularity, Mike, has there been somebody that you've met that has just kind of blown your mind?
Yeah, believe it or not, I just met, it sounds silly, but I just met Billy Zane
Yes.
at your show, the Atlanta Comic, Convention.
Yeah.
And that made I actually drove from Orlando to Georgia just for that.
Yeah.
And that blew my mind. I was having the best day ever when I met him.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And we love things like that, And so that's that. And given all these things, that's why we try to make it as affordable as possible for people. We offer day passes all the way up to, your premium VIP packages, right? So anything in between, even if you're, if you're a kid in high school with a part-time to somebody who's saved up and can kind of splurge, we have a lot of things to offer. And a lot of things come included with the price of admission, like our panels.
That's amazing, man. All right.
Food's
So
fun.
one more question I got for you. I don't know what you could say, but can you give us a sneak peek at all at any possible future guests? Maybe, I don't know. I have to ask.
So check this out. Like I told Mike right before, I'm like, hey, legal contacted me yesterday. And one of the things they said is like, hey,
don't
you can you can tell them where to get teasers just, because of contractual stuff. And I said, okay, so I can tell them about the newsletter, right? And they said, yeah, go for it. So here's the thing. Our marketing coordinator, she's brilliant. Chelsea Stoker. Yep. Love working with her. She puts teasers out on our newsletters. So if you want an inkling and if you want to decipher this puzzle that she's got for you, sign up for the newsletter. You'll get an update on all the news. So if you don't follow social media daily, if you're not checking the website constantly, if you can get a weekly newsletter that comes to you. It says all the guests that have come out, the features that we announced, the comic artists or, authors that we have coming to the show. And you'll get a sneak peek at who's coming next week. So that way you always have somewhat of an idea, right? And legal doesn't fire me. So
no, I love it, man. That sounds great. Oh man. This is I can tell it. This is already going to be a great comic convention. I just know it. It looks amazing so far. And I just can't wait to experience everything you guys got lined up. So
you're amazing, Mike. We appreciate you. And we invite everybody to go to TampaBayComicConvention.com for more information and also to get those tickets because you don't want to go ahead and be the last person getting those. Oh, and remember, if you wait till the last minute, prices do go up at the door for all you late folks coming to the show. So buy them now, get them, have them in your email. You'll be set.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much for taking out some time.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for the invite, Mike.